MPs were suspended from the parliament over unruly behavior. Mirror Now's executive editor Shreya Dondal spoke to one of them, DMK MP Kanimozhi, who called the suspensions an attempt to suppress the opposition's voice against the security breach at the parliament. Let's take a look.
DMK MP Kanimozhi is joining us on the broadcast. We saw pictures of her holding placards, sitting inside the Lok Sabha. There she is on our screens, and there she is on our screens again, protesting with fellow MPs who were suspended. Ma'am, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. I believe this is the first time you have been suspended ever in your life as an MP. How does it feel?
Being suspended means that you're not part of the parliamentary, proceedings. It's not a great feeling because you are not protesting, for something trivial. It is a serious breach of security, and we want our government to be accountable for that. So that is why we protested, and this is how the BJP government behaves when somebody asks them questions. And this is the democracy they understand. And they have suspended people who they think that they can silence the opposition by suspending 15 MPs. But I'm sure the protest will continue.
Ma'am, we of course saw what happened in the Lok Sabha, but we often always only see what Lok Sabha TV wants us to see. We often don't get the complete picture. Can you tell us what exactly happened to push the chair to suspend not 1, 2, 3 or 4, but 14 MPs in the Lok Sabha?
See, we all saw what happened in Parliament yesterday. And the government wants to behave like, it is actually nothing, and it's part of everyday life, and they wanted to continue with the daily functioning of Parliament and have discussions. We wanted a statement or a discussion where the Home Minister or the Prime Minister would come to Parliament and explain and reply to our questions, which they refused, and they wanted to continue with the debates on bills. And we protested and said, they have to come to Parliament. And the MP who has actually signed the passes for these two people to come into Parliament is in Parliament today. But people who protested to find out what happened and ask the government to be accountable, we have been suspended. So when we were protesting, we of course went into the well, and some of us were holding placards, and that is why we've been suspended.
Now, the speaker saying that this is not a matter of bias, as the opposition is putting it, as the India bloc is putting it. This is a matter of discipline. What happened in the House today? The 14 MPs were highly indisciplined. This was unruly behavior that was undignified and lowered the dignity of the House. How do you respond to what he's saying?
No, I think I've been in Parliament long enough. I have also seen days when the BJP was in opposition, and they've protested. They've held placards. They've come to the well and protested. They've thrown papers and thrown it at the speaker. And so it's not like something, I'm not saying throwing things at the speaker or behaving unruly is right. But coming to the well and protesting and, trying to get the attention of the speaker is the norm. It's happened, in Parliament, for many years. And this is the way people have protested in Parliament. And when you're not heard, the only way to get your attention is to come into the well, and they don't want to look at us or respond to what we're saying. Sometimes we hold placards. I don't think this is unruly behavior in a democracy.
Ma'am, one of the things that the opposition bloc is asking for is an explanation from Mr. Simha. Is that really necessary, given the fact that, yes, I understand his name was on the visitors' pass that Sagar Sharma was carrying. He was the main intruder, the man we see leap across tables, and those visuals are on our screens as well. But the fact is that all of you as MPs are allowed to give visitors passes to people you know and people you don't know. In case this was someone whose father belonged to the constituency from where Mr. Simha is an MP. What crime did he commit that he should be, he should be put before Parliament and asked to explain? It is something that all of you do.
See, I'm not blaming any parliamentarian or anything, but at least an inquiry has to be done. See, in Mama's case, Mama Maitra's case of Trinamool Congress, there was no inquiry or anything. A report was submitted and she's been disqualified. Whereas an MP who has signed passes, and these people are from his own constituency, and it's a very serious security threat. The Prime Minister could have been there in the House. So, isn't this, a threat to national security? So, what is the inquiry? What is his explanation?
So,
We don't know anything.
okay, so essentially, oh, okay. Essentially, what you're saying is that the move to suspend you is nothing more than to silence the opposition that wants to ask questions that will be embarrassing for the government.
Yes, definitely. They're trying to threaten the opposition by saying that if you continue protesting or asking questions, you will be suspended. I mean, 15 people being suspended on one day is not, I don't think this has happened ever before, and at least in a long time. And 15 of us being suspended for asking the government to be accountable and asking the government to reply or explain.